You know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm going to take you on a little shopping spree. I'm going to take you on a little shopping spree in the prison, man. You know what I mean? So now let's say, I just hit a ticket. You know what I mean? Let's say I just sold some weed and I came up. You know what I mean? I done bought a cap of weed, a chapstick cap is, some jails, just a chapstick cap of weed now. Some joints, a chapstick cap is, let's say $150 for a chapstick cap. So I just, came, dude just bought a chapstick cap from me. And, I just came up. You know what I mean? So, this is my currency. This is jail. You know what I mean? I'm showing you how we do in the joint. I'm penitentiary rich right now. You know what I mean? I'm penitentiary rich. These are stamps. This is the currency. This is what we use for money. You know what I mean? Each one of these we sell for $10. You know what I mean? They $10 a book in the joint. You know what I mean? These here is the loose books. Let me show you how they look. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get right down to the nitty gritty. These the loose books. These the compound books. We call these compound books because we break them down and we put 20 in each pack. You know what I mean? I got 5 of them. Now, we do things like you put your name on it. You know what I mean? So everybody know who it is and what it is. LK, this the Latin King book. You know what I mean? This is DC book for the DC car. This the GD book for the GDs. You know what I mean? And this right here, this is the Soprano book, the SUR. You know what I mean? And right here, we got the NYC book. You know what I mean? These are the compound books. So, we do our things. The dude might hit a ticket and he come up. You know what I mean? So he make a little penitentiary rich. You know what I mean? He paid. All right? So now he want to eat. So he said, let me go to the store, man, and see what's going on. So he feel like cooking. You know what I mean? So the first thing you sell, and the main thing they sell in there is the vegetables. You know what I mean? So they might want a green pepper. You understand what I'm saying? And then they definitely gonna need an onion with it for when they cooking their little fried rice. So you chop up the green peppers and use the top of, the mackerel can like this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you the prices in a minute. They got a mackerel can. They sell the mackerel for $1. You understand what I'm saying? In the commissary. So the mackerel go for $1. The vegetables, you can't get those. Somebody got to work in the kitchen and steal them. Usually the kitchen man make all the money, like my man Reg. Big shout out to Reg. You know what I mean? AKA Ishmael. You know what I mean? AKA, up there in, you know what I mean? From the Bronx. So now I want to buy this. You know what I mean? So if I want to buy this, a can of mackerel, it costs $1. So I want $2 in stamps. Each stamp here, there's 20 stamps in a book. You know what I mean? There's 20 stamps in a book. Each stamp go for 25 cents, they say. You know what I mean? So 25 cents for each stamp. So I take my compound books and spend that. So I go to the store, man, I want a green pepper. So he might tell me 4 stamps. You know what I mean? So that's 4 stamps. You know what I mean? So then I might want a mackerel. You know what I mean? It costs $1. You know what I mean? So we're going to double the money what it costs on commissary. So this here, we'll sell this for $8. For 8 stamps. You see what I'm saying? So that's 8 stamps for that. You know what I mean? 4 stamps for the green pepper. You know what I mean? And you can't do nothing now without your onion. You know what I mean? So that's another 4 stamp. So we got 8, 4, 4, that's 16. You know what I mean? And they say, man, I want a candy bar. You know what I mean? So you might want a Snicker bar. You understand what I'm saying? The Snicker bar, they cost 60 cents, so we sell them for 5 stamps. You understand? So a dude come, we'll give him a deal. We tell him, yo, just give me a book of stamp. So now you don't got a mackerel to put with your food. You know what I mean? You done got a green pepper. You done got an onion. And you got your Snicker for when you done for your little, your dessert. You know what I mean? So that's the little book of stamps. So you go to the store, man, and you hand them one of these. You know what I mean? This is 20 stamps in here, 20 loose stamps. You understand what I'm saying? So you hand them a little stamp. So now you don't cop that. Now, later on that night, you might say, man, I'm hungry. I feel like, eating something that lock in. So either you go get another Snicker, you understand what I'm saying? Or you might say, man, let me go get some chips. You know what I mean? The chips go for $1.25, you know what I mean, in the store. You know what I mean? So we sell these right here for 8 stamps, between 8 and 10 stamps for a bag of chips. So you give them 8 stamps. You know what I mean? Or you might want some pretzels. You see what I'm saying? So you go another 8 stamps for the pretzels. You understand what I'm saying? And then you might say, I want something to drink. So you go get your Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? You get your Kool-Aid. You get 8 packs in a joint. They cost about $1, $1.25. You get 8 packs, and you sell these for like 2 stamps a piece for Kool-Aid. You see what I'm saying? For a pack of Kool-Aid, you drop that in the joint. Now, I'm going to show you a little something right here so you understand what's going on. Now this here, we just, for right now, we're going to call this water. You know what I mean? So you get the water, you know what I mean? You take your Kool-Aid pack, you know what I'm saying? And you put your Kool-Aid pack and you dump it in the water. You understand what I'm saying? So now you got something to drink, you know what I mean? But now I'm going to give you a little trick now. Now this here also is considered as a bottle of white lightning. That's where we take the, you know, the rotten fruit, you know what I mean? And, you know, the rotten fruit to get a kicker. They call it a kicker. You let the fruit marinate. You sit it in the sun. You get the fruit nice and hot so it gets rotten. You know what I mean? When you can't even eat it. So, you know, and once you get that, you know what I mean? Then you get your juice and you put it in it, you know, like your orange juice. You pour the orange juice in it with that, you know, with the rotten fruit. You know what I'm saying? And then you get sugar. You know what I mean? You go to commissary, man, or, you go to the store, man, and you go buy a pack of sugar. You understand what I'm saying? You go buy like a big bag of sugar, a bread bag of sugar. You know what I mean? And you dump that in there with the, you know, with the orange juice. And then, you know, after you do that, you let that marinate. And while you cooking it, the joint be stinking. I mean, if you know, you got it sealed up tight, but then you got to open it up for what they call burping it. Because when you got that rotten fruit in it, the bags swell up real big. You know what I mean? With air, like it's ready to bust, like you blowing air in a balloon. So then you got to let the air out. But when you let the air out, the fumes from the inside, from that rotten fruit that's fermenting, is what's going to come out and it's going to stink. So when that happens, you got to burn yourself a little candle that we take a soda can, cut a hole in it, put a little prayer oil in the top. And, you know, we make a little wick in the bottom. I'm going to show you what a incense can look like later on. You know what I mean? Another video. But you like that. And now the fumes from that go around from the little prayer oil being burned in the can. So when you open up the wine to let it, you know, come out, it takes up the smell of the whole room. You understand what I'm saying? So now when it takes up the smell of the whole room, you don't want the police to smell it and you don't want your neighbor to smell it because he might go drop a note on you. So when you do that, you can sell one of these bottles here. You understand what I'm saying? For like $2. You know what I mean? 2 books of stamps. That's $10 for a bottle of wine straight like that. But then now, if you're trying to get the big money for the wine, this is what you're going to do. All right, I'm going to give y'all the game. We're going to do something we call cooking the wine. You understand what I'm saying? You take a stinger, you throw the wine in a bucket, you know what I mean? Like a paint bucket, big old paint bucket. You dump the wine in there, you put a plastic bag over it, you put a hose on it, and you put the stinger in it. When you do that, the stinger is going to heat up that rotten fruit and the orange juice and the sugar, you know, after it's been sitting about 7 days because we can't get no yeast to make it. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention. I might do an individual, you know, joint on how to make the wine. So when you throw the stinger in there, you make a stinger. Let's say you take a iron. You go buy an iron from the orderly, from the head orderly. You break the iron down and you just use the bottom part, take off the plastic part. All you want is the metal part. You throw the metal part in that bucket and you plug that joint in the socket. And when that iron get hot, like if you're going to iron the clothes, it heats up the wine that's been sitting there fermenting. You know what I mean? So when that sit there heated up, it makes steam. The steam go to the top of the plastic bag. You understand what I'm saying? And you got a hose coming out the bag. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you how to do that later. But you got a hose coming out the bag. And when the hose coming out the bag now, it's going to drip that steam. You know what I mean? That the iron is pushing up from that rotten fruit and it's going to leak out the hose into another bucket. When you're done, it's going to be white like this. Because remember, it's just steam. You know what I mean? It's just the steam coming up, so it's white. So that's what and now that's pure liquor. Because what you did was burn out all that rotten fruit, you know what I mean? The sugar, you burn everything out and it come out clear like vodka. You know what I mean? So this joint right here, I get $150 for a bottle of this, of that wine, I'm telling you. $150. You understand what I'm saying? And I might get eight of these bottles. You know what I mean? Out of 5 gallons, I might get 8 bottles. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm selling them each for $150. You understand what I'm saying? So you figure 8 bottles, boom, boom, boom. You make about $1,200 off the joint. You know what I mean? So that's a good hustling joint, making a wine. That's what we do. So now a dude come, you want to buy the wine, and I'm selling this for $150. You know what I mean? We call this white lightning. You know what I mean? Because we done put the fire on it, you know, with the iron in the water. You know what I mean? And we done steamed it up, and it come out clear. You know what I mean? This is like straight vodka. I'm talking about when you pour this on the desk, when you go buy this, you take a capful, you put a little capful in the joint and you pour it on the desk and then you light it. You know what I mean? If you light it, you know what I mean? Because it's straight alcohol. That's going to burn. You're going to see that this right here, you're going to see it burning on the desk. And you see if it burned more than 5 seconds, you know it's some pure alcohol and you're going to get drunk in the mother. You can take that, drink it straight. A lot of dudes do that. But me, I used to like to throw a little Coke in mine. You know what I mean? Like, make like a little rum and Coke, a little vodka and Coke. You know what I mean? So that's how we do. So if somebody want to cop one of these joints from me, I go and I tell them $150. So now they come. All right. So now we're going to count the money out. You know what I mean? So we got, these are $10 a piece. This is a flat book of stamp that you buy from commissary. So you go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So now I need some more stamps. So that's where I go to my compound books at. You know what I mean? So now I go get these joints here. You know what I mean? And these go for $7 a piece. You know what I mean? Between 5 and 7, depends on what jail you in. So now I give them these 12 flat books of stamps and give them these 4 books here. You know what I mean? And that's enough to buy a bottle of White Lightning that you and your man can get drunk all night, watch the basketball game, watch a good movie, write a letter, go on the computer, email. You know what I mean? Do what you need to do. But if somebody ain't got $150 now we also got the honey bottle. You know what I mean? You set a honey bottle for $50. You fill this up, you know what I mean, with the White Lightning, and you get $50. You understand what I'm saying? You get $50 for this. And this is $150. So if a dude ain't got $150, nigga buy a little White Lightning bottle and he good for that by himself. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you get your White Lightning with your stamps. You know what I mean? But let's say, you know, you need a bar of soap because you forgot to get some soap. You go to the store, man, you get a bar of soap. He tell you, all right, the bar of soap costs like 75 cents. So you give me 6 stamps. So you got to count 6 stamps out of this or give them 6 of these. You understand what I'm saying? And you get your bar of soap. You know what I mean? So now, you know, oh, it might be early in the morning and you might say, man, I need a tea. I need a tea bag. So you go to the store, man, get a tea bag. You give them 2 stamps for this. You know what I mean? You buy the boxes of tea. You know what I mean? You might get 10 in a pack and it costs you, let's say, $1.50. So now you sell it for 2 a piece. $1.50. You're selling these here for 2 stamps a piece. You got 10 of them. You make 20 stamps. So you make a book of stamp. You make $5 off the box that you paid $2.50 for, selling these at $2 a piece. You know what I mean? Or you might want to cook, like I said, you know, with your green pepper. You know what I mean? Your onion. You know what I mean? Your mackerel, you know what I mean? But now you need a little seasoning to go with that. So now you go to the store, man, and you get yourself some Saison. They sell the Saison like this, man. They come in a pack like this, $1.60, and you get 8 of them. You sell these here, you know, they rip apart. You know what I mean? This is 2. So you rip them apart, you know what I mean? And you sell each one for 2 stamps. So that's how they season their onion, green peppers, and the mackerel. You understand what I'm saying? So don't say I didn't tell you. So now we in the house. So that's how we hustling in the joint, man. But, you know, it's crazy because, you know, everybody asks what's the currency. So like I said, these stamps here, my brother. So if you want to play a ticket, you might, you know, they got the ticket man. So you go to Ticket Man and you go play a ticket and you might put 5 books on a 3-pick. You know what I mean? Or 5 stamps. So you go put a little 5 books right here on the 3-pick. You know what I mean? Now, you put the 5 books on the 3-pick and then you might sit there and you win, you know what I mean? Like 15 books, 20 books off your 5 books, sometimes 30 books. It depends what odds they're giving you. Or you might go play a flat book. You pay these, you make more money when you spend these in a prison because these is easy to hide. You know what I mean? You know, I know I was going to be doing my YouTube videos, so I brought out about, you know, 30 books of stamps so y'all can see what it looked like. You know what I mean? So, you know, dude rich, new penitentiary rich now. You know what I mean? So I'm just showing you how we do it, man. And you might want a little snack before you lock in, so you go get yourself a Twinkie. They sell a box of Twinkie. You understand what I'm saying? And then you take it, and the store man would take the Twinkie and bust the Twinkie down, open the pack up, you know what I mean? And sell each Twinkie for 2 stamps. You know what I mean? So that's how that add up. And that's how you get your money. Now when you got all your stamps, you understand what I'm saying? Now let's say I got all these stamps here. And, you know, my girl might need some money on the street. You know, my son might need a new pair of shoes. You know what I mean? My daughter needs some earrings. So I go to somebody and say, look, I'm going to give you 10 flat books. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you 10 flat books. I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you 20 books of stamps. You know what I mean? But it's 25 for 100. I'm going to give you 25 books of stamps for 100. So I give him 25 of these little penitentiary packs. You understand? I give him 25 of these and he'll send your girl $100. You know what I mean? But now it's $5 a book, but you're giving him 25 because he's getting 5 because you got to pay for the Western Union. His people got to pay to send it and all that. You keeping up with what I'm saying? This is how you spend your money in store. Everybody want to know how we convert the money and how we use currency. Remember, we ain't got dollar bills and quarters. You understand what I'm saying? So you sell 25 of these flat books here. You know what I mean? That got got everybody's name on it for whatever crew they representing. 25 of these for $100 and they send it to your store. If they want to buy $50 worth, you understand what I'm saying? If they want to buy $200 worth of stamps, you give them 50 books for $200. So they make an extra 10 books. You understand? And then when they send in the money, the Western Union come off of that or whatever, but it comes up to a little cheaper. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's how we do it in a joint, man. Just so you know, don't tell me I didn't tell you how we spend our money, how we make our money. So now, when we in there and we got the store doing good, you know what I mean? Your girl might need some money. So you say, damn, you know what I mean? I'll give you 100 books, you know what I mean? For $400. Send my girl $400, I give you 100 books. You understand what I'm saying? Add it up at 5 books at $5 a book. You know what I mean? So, you done sent your girl $400 from sending your little vegetables, you know what I mean? Your chips. You understand what I'm saying? Your Twinkie. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget the soap because they got to wash it, you know what I mean? In the joint. You know what I mean? But then now, like I said, this here is $10 when you put the white lightning in it. But this the honey. This go for like $2 in the commissary. So I sell this for a book of stamp. So I make $5 off of my $2. Now all that add up, and then now I got a bunch of stamps because I'm penitentiary rich. And now I can convert this to money on the street. I convert this to money on the street by selling each book, you know what I mean? The flat books go for $10. You know what I mean? So I give them maybe 20 of these. You know what I mean? I give them 20 books for $200. You know what I mean? But I can't do that. I got to give him a deal because he's sending the money what we call street to street. So it's going from his girl on the street to your girl on the street. So I have to give him, you know what I mean? 20 of these that go for $10 a piece in the joint. You understand what I'm saying? I give him the 20 and for $150. You understand what I'm saying? So he's saving, you know what I mean, a little $50 so it makes him come to you and spend. But like I said, end of the night, these Snickers go like water. I had me a little store and they had my man run the store for me, you know what I mean, doing his thing. And you know what I mean? And, we made enough money where end of the week we each had 50 books profit. You understand? Because dude come there all day and buy a Snicker. You know what I mean? 5 stamps, 4 stamps. You know what I mean? It costs 60 cents. I'm making $1.25 off of my 60 cents. I'm doubling my money with everything I do. You know what I mean? Like I said, don't forget the mackerel. But, that's how that go, man. So don't say I didn't tell you. That's how the currency go. You got that? So if your girl says she needs some money, you know what I mean, for whatever, you know what I mean? Be like, all right, baby, I'm going to send you $100. And then I go to a dude that's looking to buy some stamps. So he go gamble, buy some weed, you know what I mean? Or go buy some white lightning. You know what I'm saying? And I sell him, you know what I mean? 25 books for $100. You know what I mean? When they flat books, they cost double because they easy to put together. And I don't know how it is now, but back then we used to be able to send these flat books to the street. We used to be able to send these to the street to our girl. And then our girl be able to take them to the post office and get dollar for dollar. You understand what I'm saying? So there's different ways we used to hide them to mail them out. You know what I mean? And or you might, like I said, you can't take them out on a visit because they too bulky. And when you go to visit, they make you strip butt naked and all that. And they give you something else to wear so you can't put nothing in it. But, that's how we work the currency in the joint. You want to know how the currency works, so that's how the currency works. But like I said, you know what I mean? It's real easy, man. I want a bag of chips before I go in for the night. Let me go get my man 8 stamps and I get one of these. Because I don't have none, because I didn't buy it in the commissary. I ate what I brought. And you got a lot of dudes that don't go to the store regular. You understand what I'm saying? They'll rather buy what they call off the land. So they do different things in the joint to make money. Dude might clean cell. Dude might clean sneakers. Dude might wash clothes when they got a washing machine. And then you got some dudes that wash the clothes by hand, but they get paid. Then you got dudes that do tattoos. You know what I mean? Tattoo man get paid. And they get paid in stamps. They let their money accumulate, and then they can send somebody to the store. I could give somebody 25 of these little books here. Yeah? I give somebody 25 of these books. And they go to the store and bring me back $100 worth of commissary to put back in my store. I already turned the $100 into $400. So it ain't nothing to give them, 25 of these. You understand what I'm saying? To go buy me another 100 to turn into another 400. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't that hard, man. It's real simple, man. But, you just got to learn how to finesse and work things from the inside. So don't say I didn't tell you, man. But, it's crazy because The police run around looking for stamps. You're not allowed to have more than 5 books of stamps, but you're only allowed to buy 5 books a week. Now they cut them down to 3 books, you know what I mean, a week. So you send people to the store to go buy flat books, things like that, and you let them accumulate so you can have them in, you know what I mean? There's different ways to send it out, but I don't want to give up the game because dudes in the joint still using those ways to get them out. And I'm quite sure a correction officer, you know what I mean, is looking at this, and they won't know where to look when dudes trying to send them out to the street so they can send their girl to go get dollar for dollar. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's how we hustle, man. Just like when we was on the block selling cracks for $2. You know what I mean? $2 a crack valve. You understand? 2 for $5, $3 a bottle, $5 bottles. You know what I mean? You got to know how to work your currency. Anywhere you go, whatever you do, you got to know how to juggle and finesse your currency. And like I said, this the currency, man. But me, I used to like to drink my White Lightning. You know what I mean? I pour like this much, you know what I mean, in a cup, you know what I mean? And then I pour a soda in it. You know what I mean? I go buy Pepsi. You know what I mean? They sell the Pepsis in there, sell them by the 6-pack, and then dudes sell the sodas for 3 stamps a piece. You understand what I'm saying? You go buy a soda, pour it in it, and you sit back and you sip, stir it up with a little ice, and you good, my nigga. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you know, that's how we do, man. But that's how the currency roll. If you got any questions, ask. But don't forget, man, you know what I mean? Cop the book of Roaring Harlem. You know what I mean? It show you how everything rolled in the crack era. The same way I just broke down the currency era in the prison. A Roaring Harlem to learn what went on in the crack era, man. Damn good book. Everybody read it, love it. Even my haters love it. You know what I mean? Now, you know when your haters love it, you know you got a winner. When your haters love it, you got a bestseller. Cop this at roaringharlem.com. I got the audio book that I did myself with the sound effects and everything. You understand what I'm saying? roaringharlem.com. But then now, you know what I mean? Let's not forget, for the dudes that just don't know, you know, that like I said, I tell you, don't get involved in the game. It ain't worth it. I did 26 years in federal prison. I'm telling you it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you now, can't no man tell you that he didn't cry while he was in prison. He might not have cried physical tears, but he cried emotionally for the ones he left behind, for the same ones he said he was doing everything for while he had the hustle. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, don't get involved in it. But if you choose to get involved in it, I'm going to tell you one thing, man. And don't forget this, whatever you do. Don't forget this. You need this. Get this to anybody that think they tough enough to go out there and what Unique saying ain't right. Tell them to get themselves a Shut the F Up shirt. All right? Don't forget. Get your Shut the F Up shirt. Don't say I didn't tell you, man. All right? So that's what it is. But, you know, I just gave you the whole rundown, man. I'm sitting here penitentiary rich in my room doing what I got to do on the street. And, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, these are some leftover stamps that I sent home over the years. You understand what I'm saying? While I was locked up, and, you know, my girl took them to the post office, cashed them in, and got dollar for dollar what they worth. And the good thing that I give the government credit for is they started making what they call forever stamps. The forever stamps mean right here, back when I brought these here, see if they even got the price on it. You know what I mean? When I brought these stamps here back in the day, you know what I mean? I paid like $7.80 for the book of stamps. Now a book of stamp is what, like $11? I take these to the store right now. I get $11 right now. I take these to the post office. I get $11 for this book that I paid $7.80 for, you know what I mean? About 8 years ago. You know what I mean? Because that's how long that my girl had them. I've been sending home so much stamps, man. I got boxes of stamps. So if I ever get broke, I can take these right to the local post office, cash them in, because they call forever stamps. And the forever stamps mean whatever the price is of the stamp today is what your forever stamps is worth today. So it don't matter if you paid $7. I hold on to these stamps, and stamps go up to $50 a book. We hope they don't go up to $50 a book, but these go up to $50 a book, and I wind up getting $50 for this book of stamp because it's forever stamp. The forever stamp mean that you can forever use them, forever and ever, while you're in the prison. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. But that's how we hustle. So I'm just holding on to this so it can accumulate, you know, value. These accumulating value, man. I paid $7 for these when I brought them. Now they're worth $11 on the street. I'm making $5 profit off of each book of stamp. So you understand how the currency go? And I'm letting y'all know now. In some joints, you know what I mean? In some joints, these macros is the currency. You know what I mean? They cost $1 a piece in the store. You understand what I'm saying? In the store, they charge $1 for a pack of mackerel, a can of mackerel. So when you go sell them, they sell for 50 cents. You understand what I'm saying? So if you want something for $5, you got to give them 10 of these. You know what I mean? 10 of these is worth $5. And you wind up having boxes of these joints, lockers of these joints full, where you got to hide them in other people's cell, because when the police and the SIS come shake you down, if they find you in there with 50 cans of mackerels or 150 cans of mackerel, they know you hustling. They know you doing something. The same way the stamps. They run up in your cell and you got 50 books, 100 books, they know you're doing something. They're going to take those books and then they're going to turn around and give them back to the rats on the compound and give them information on who's selling drugs or who's doing whatever they're trying to catch them doing. Whoever planning on bringing drugs, who's making wine, they might go to them and say, yo, here go 5 books. You know what I mean? Or here go 12 books of stamps. You know what I mean? I need to know who's making wine in your unit. You understand what I'm saying? So they give these to one of the rat bastards, and then they turn around, you know what I mean? And they tell the police, oh, Unique making it in cell 305. So now they run up in there, they go grab my wine, and they go get about 100, 200 books of stamps. So they done made back their 1,200 books investment in the rat. Yeah, they got rats in there too. But they know to stay in their lane, stay where they at, and we don't know who they are because they hide and they do something that they call, they drop note. They write on a little piece of paper and tell them, yo, you know what it is, man. You know what I mean? Such and such is doing this, such and such is doing that. Then they see the SIS, then they go up to me and tell them, yo, that was me that dropped that note, man. You owe me, 10 books of stamps. I messed up. I ain't got no money coming in. So, give me 10 books. I'm the one that, put you on Unique so you go get his wine. You know what I mean? I'm the one to put you on Unique so you, go get the stamp from his store. You know what I mean? Because you only allowed to have 5 books of stamps. Anything over that, they take. So now you got the ticket man that might have, like when I was in Lump Park. When I was in Lump Park, back in 2001, 2003, I literally had about maybe 4,000 of these books of stamps where I had to give, each homeboy like 150, 200 books to hide in his locker. You understand what I'm saying? Because you couldn't put them all in one spot. You know what I mean? Because the police come in there, they're going to take it, and it's too bulky. So that's why I like my flat books. You know what I mean? The flat books is easy to hide. You can hide these damn near anywhere. So that's why I used to send people to get flat books. I used to give somebody these same books here. I give them 2 of these just to bring me back 1 of these from the store. But during the week when it ain't store time, I give them 1 of these. You know what I mean? Because they want to play tickets so bad, because they want to gamble. I give them one book of stamp that we might sell for $5 on the compound, or $7, $6, depending what prison you at. And I tell them, bring me back a flat book. And I wind up with hundreds of these flat books. Then I turn around and I send my girl out 100 flat books. I ain't going to tell you how I sent it out. You know what I mean? Because like I said, brother's still using that method to get it out now. But that's how we work the currency to get money, and we feed our family from the outside. I mean, I paid plenty of rent with these flat books. I paid plenty of rent from being in prison with these flat books. I done bought my son Wayne so many goddamn video games, you know what I mean, with these flat books. I done bought him so many video games by selling flat books in the joint. You understand what I'm saying? Selling them what we call, like I told you earlier, y'all paying attention, street to street. That's the hustle. You know what I mean? So make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this video, and share this video. I'm giving up game that ain't nobody else thinking about giving you. I just showed you how you turn these right here, the kitchen man. Whoever works in the kitchen, that's who make the money. Whoever works in the vegetable prep. Whoever works in the vegetable prep that gives out the kitchen, they make the money because they got access to the green peppers and onions, and they sell all day because they don't sell them on commissary. Only way you can buy it is off the black market, off the store. So you kill them with these. But now if you want to know who makes the most money in the prison, the most money, legal hustling off the land. I'm not talking about selling drugs. I'm not talking about selling wine. The most legal money for a job they give you in the kitchen is whoever worked. Who know? I'm going to tell you anyway, because I don't want to wait till the next video. But I mean, I'm sure I want my homies that's watching, that's been in the joint to speak. The butcher. You work in a butcher shop, you eating, because now you got access to raw chicken, turkey, you know what I mean? Ham. You understand what I'm saying? A steak, because the police get steak that they sell in the kitchen. You know what I mean? That they cook in the officer mess hall. That's a whole nother hustle. I'm gonna have to tell you about the officer mess hall so you see how that joint is a sweet job. You know what I mean? But the best job on the compound is that butcher. Whoever runs that butcher shop gets the money, because he's the one that got to take out the 1,500 pieces of chicken every day to give to the compound. And while he's doing that, he might sell a box of chicken to a dude, and you know what I mean? And they stash it and bring it back to the unit and sell it, or they give it to the dude that work in the fryer, have him fried up, and then they sell it right there in the kitchen. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody eat. You know what I mean? There's so many ways to eat in the prison, man. That's why, people talk about they broke in the prison, they can't get no money. No, you can hustle off the land. Go buy yourself a box of chicken. You understand what I'm saying? Come check Unique. Come get the Saison from Unique. Come get your green peppers and onions from Unique, you know what I mean, and cook a meal. You know what I mean? And you sell a plate of meal for 2 books, $10. You know what I mean? When you done bought all the ingredients that they use to make the meal, might cost you $2. And you make $8 profit. There's so much ways to get money, man. But me, like I said, just come bring me the white light and we get this. I can sit back, get me a good buzz, get on the computer and just relax and do what I do, man. You know what I mean? Because we know it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tap out. I've been on here 30 minutes long enough. I'm getting ready to go lay down. I want to just get this out to you so you understand how the currency work in the jail. So these right here, each one of these stamps is 25 cents. Right now, they probably 50 cents in the joint. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how you eat, man. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to tap out. It was a pleasure giving you this game. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you like it. And make sure you subscribe. All right? Make sure you subscribe because you don't want to miss these videos. All right?
Get his book out now.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What?
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.